Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to go over my paycheck to paycheck budget, review for April 6th through April 19th. And if you follow my channel, you'll know that I didn't record this paycheck to paycheck budget. Life was just way too hectic and I couldn't get the time basically to find a time that my kids weren't up and running around to be able to record this or record that video. So I'm sorry about that, you guys. I did budget, I just didn't have the opportunity to record it. So anyhow, I'm gonna go over the budget that I did and then how we did on that budget. So as always, we budget for $3,200 for the entire month, so that's split up between $1,500 for the first pay period and $1,700 for the second pay period. For my husband's income, we don't budget anything for my income. I'm going to zoom this in a little bit so you can see the numbers I'm talking about. Okay, sorry if that's blurry. It'll autocorrect, I guess. Okay, so we had these bills coming out this pay period, which was Netflix, our trash, which got paid out of the sinking fund, water and sewer, Hulu, and Carbonite. So Netflix, let me go ahead and open my actual planner up to April so I can see the actual numbers here. So on 4/6, Netflix was $11.95. So I'll put that in for the actual $11.95. The trash is on this side. See, this is, let me zoom out because it's just too hard to see everything. Trash was over here. It was $66. I am gonna put this on this form, but it did come out of the sinking fund, so I'm just going to kind of put it in little brackets so that I know that didn't come out of the actual budgeted payments. Water and sewer, $90, just like we budgeted. Hulu is a little less, it's $906. Carbonite was a little less than that. I don't think I have it on here. I have it on my weeklies because that was actually something I forgot that we had to pay until I got the email that was something that we needed to pay. So I was a little bit surprised by that one because this is our first year getting back into budgeting very well, like a very strict budget. So there's a lot of these like yearly things that I just didn't remember, and Carbonite would be one of them. So that was $71.99. $71.99. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the math on that. I'll zoom you in so you can see the numbers since I don't have to go back and forth on the actual planner. Okay, so let's see, 71. Okay, so Netflix was 5 cents less than what I planned on. So trash was $10 less, and again, that doesn't come out of this. So when I add this all up, I'm not going to include those numbers in here because it'll mess up the budget since it wasn't really coming out of our budgeted income. So the water, I paid the exact same amount. Hulu, I paid 94 cents less, and so Carbonite, and I should be able to do this in my head, but I'm not gonna, minus $71.99, $801. Alright, so that was the difference in what we budgeted for these things and what we actually paid, and we did pay all of them, so I'm just gonna put my little check marks. Okay, so now I'm gonna add up these columns except for the trash that came out of the sinking fund. So it's $12 plus 90 plus 10 plus 80. So 192 is all that we had as far as fixed bills for budgeted expenses this month, or not this month, this pay period, which was, it's a really small bill pay period, I guess. The next pay period will be the bigger one. All right, so actual was $11.95 plus 90 plus, oh, I hit a minus, didn't I? Okay, 1195 plus 90 plus 906 plus 7199. So $183 is what we actually spent in those fixed bills, minus 192. So we had $9 that we were under budget on that. So hey, under budget is better than over budget, right? Okay, so for the groceries, we had $32.68 left over. $32.68. And for restaurants, we spent nothing, so we have the entire 25. For gas, we have $13.32 left over. $13.32. And then for entertainment, we had $16.44 left over. $16.44. Personal care, my husband did get a haircut, so we have $3 left over. Okay, pocket money. All right, so I have $52.78 left over. And there's a lot of spending on here too, but there was a lot of returns too. I think I have a problem. I buy a lot and then I feel like guilty about it, and then I return a lot. So I need to get that under control, and just not do the buying to begin with, but we're working on it. Baby steps here. But yeah, at least I'm not under. I returned enough to recoup my money for most of it. So $52.78 is what I have left over. $52.78. My husband did not spend too much. He has $73.31 left over. $73.31. My kids' allowance stuff, you guys know I have been way too lazy to actually do this. Set up the, I don't believe in like allowances, so it's kind of like more commission based, and I've been too lazy to create the little commission board. Not lazy. It's not that I'm lazy to do it. I'm just so busy with everything else. I haven't gotten around to doing it, even though I really want to. Let's see. So medical, nothing budgeted for that. Nothing spent in that, because that's actually a sinking fund. So I am probably going to delete this line item from mine. On the ones that I have for you guys to download, these are blank anyway. I didn't put any pre-done sections because I just think you guys should be able to put whatever you want in it. Everybody's lives are different, so that won't affect your guys' downloads or anything, but I need to delete it off mine. Miscellaneous, we spent quite a bit. $27.07 left over. $27.07. The reason, wow, that was really loud. Sorry, my was ridiculously loud. The reason we spent so much in miscellaneous is I kept rolling that over because I knew we were going to go to Costco. And I didn't want all that money coming out of our grocery budget. So I used a lot of that out of the miscellaneous that I kept carrying over. So this was grocery carryover of $369.15 from Costco. What I think I'm going to do is create another sinking fund, as if I don't have enough already. I have like, I don't know, 10 or so, if not more, is to create another sinking fund for these big old Costco trips. So instead of like, say, budgeting, I budget like $380 per pay period for groceries. I think I will do like 60 of that to go to the sinking fund every pay period. We only go to Costco like every quarter, like every 3 months or so. So it ends up being a gigantically expensive trip because we don't go very often. It's like a 40-minute drive, and with 3 kids in Costco, it's just not fun to do. So we don't do it often. So when we do go, we buy enough to last us for the 3 months or so of the stuff that Costco carries that we really like. So that's what I'm planning on doing from here on out is to put less money on my grocery budget and put some of that money towards the sinking fund for Costco, and like not necessarily Sam's. We have 2 Sam's that are pretty close to us, so that, and we don't go there very often. There's only a couple things that I buy from there, but mainly for Costco. So more sinking funds to come. So anyhow, so that's how I did that. I'm gonna go ahead and do the math and see how much we actually spent on in these little categories here. Okay, so groceries budgeted was $380 with the whopping $4.81 that carried over from last pay period. I had $384.81. So let's see, $384.81. We had $32.68 left. So we spent $352.13, and actually we spent more than that because of the Costco trip, but I gave myself that miscellaneous cushion to, because I was prepared for that, expense. Gas, we budget $100, and we had $13.32 left over. I don't carry gas over, like the leftover money for gas over, like some of the other categories I do. Entertainment, we had $18.58 with the carryover, so minus $16.44. Oh, I could have done that since I only spent one thing, $2.14. My husband had $17 for his haircut. Pocket money, $56.83 minus $52.78. So it evens, or not evens out, but it works out as if I only spent $405 this month. But I definitely went to Michael's way more than that. It's just I had returns to Joann's and things like that. So it kind of was a little bit of a wash. My husband had $105.41 after his carryover, and he spent and then he had $73.31 left over, so he spent $32.10. And in miscellaneous, we had $489.80 after the carryover. We had $27.07 left, which means we spent $462.73. A lot of that was at Costco. $462.73. All right, so things I'm going to carry over. I am going to carry over my grocery. So I'll carry that over into next pay period as well. I don't carry over restaurants, so I'm not going to carry over any of that. I said I usually don't carry over, or I never carry over. Entertainment I will carry over just in case we ever do anything. Got 3 kids, we don't really do much. One's 2 years old, so we rarely do anything. I don't carry over for my husband's haircuts. I do carry over my pocket money, and my husband carries over his kids' allowances. Again, haven't done it yet, no medical. And I'll carry over the miscellaneous. Okay, so there is that. You'll see over here, I have this little row that I put in here. This $583.60 is what I know I have to carry over to next pay period. When I did my monthly budget, that's why I do the monthly first, and then I do my paycheck to paycheck, so that I know, because like this one I only had $192 in like fixed expenses coming out of this pay period, which is obviously not going to be similar for next pay period. My next pay period is going to have a ton of the other bills in it. So I knew, because of my monthly budget, that I needed to carry this amount over for next pay period. So let me see if I have my little bill thingy. I don't know where I put it. So not prepared for that. Oh, here it is. Okay, so what I use is this little bill checklisty cheat sheet thing. I'm going to zoom out because it doesn't fit completely in the screen. So I know like these are the dates around the dates that these things are due. So I only had a few things due this pay period. I have a lot due next pay period, and they're the big things. So it's, you know, like my sinking funds, my mortgage will come out of the next paycheck and things like that. So that's a good reason to do the monthly, even though I don't like do the monthly review and everything, because I don't use it to hold myself accountable. I just use it so that I get a really good overview of what's going on for the entire month. So anyhow, so that's what I know I have to carry over, that 583.60. I'm going to go ahead and add up these columns because I'll need it for my actual review portion. So 352.13 plus 86.68, 214 plus 17 plus 405, 3210, and 462.73. Oh, that is not what I meant to do. Okay, so our total then is 956.83 that we spent. 956.83 in the variable section. Obviously, that doesn't include the bills. And then let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and put. We didn't actually spend this 583 that I was talking to you about, so I'm going to put a 0 there. So we have that 583.60 left over, and obviously I will be carrying that over to the next pay period. So anywho, now to the actual review part. On the, I guess, budget sheets that I created for you guys, I included this one, and then I included a more simple one for those of you who use actual cash envelopes. The reason I use this more complicated one that I created is because I don't use physical cash envelopes. I just keep track of it on the expense trackers that, like these, I keep track of our spending on a daily basis. So I know how much we still have, how much we can continue to spend. So I don't do physical cash envelopes. If you do physical cash envelopes, you don't need like the carryover column and all that stuff. I just do it, like I said, because I don't do a physical cash envelope. So let's see. Okay, so total fixed bills was $192 for budgeted. 192, and then our actual total fixed bills was 183. You know, next time I'm going to use a different colored pen. I think it's hard for you guys to see this color, so I do apologize. I will use a darker pen next time. I just really love this color. 183 is our actual total fixed bills for this pay period. Total variable expenses budgeted was $1308 because that includes that $583.60 that has to carry over. So what was it? $1308. So $1308. And then our actual that we spent was $956.83. 956.83. Alright, I'm going to zoom you in since you don't need to see the whole screen really, just this part. Okay, so 192 plus 1308, oop, that wasn't right. 192 plus 1308 should equal 1,500, which it does, because we do an every dollar budget, so that's should always come out evenly. 183 plus 956.83 is what we actually spent, so we were under 113,983. All right, so that's good. Oh, I didn't even show you our actual income was, my husband got like bonuses and stuff, so he was actually at $1,888.29. I made $229.04, so our actual income was $2,017.33. So I'm gonna write this here, 2017, that's not right. 2,117, so that doesn't make sense. 33, I'm gonna write that there now so I don't have to remember it later. Total income plus carryover. I didn't do any carryover from last pay period because this was such a small bill pay period. So total income plus the carryover is just going to be the $1,500. All right, and then minus the budgeted total expenses was $1,500. So that's 0, which it should be since it's an every dollar budget. Our actual total expenses is this number right here, and that's $1,139.83. All right, so that's $2,117.33 minus $1,139.83. So that means we had $977.50 more than what we were expecting, so that's good. Okay, so this is where it gets a little different on my sheet because of the whole cash envelope thing. So what I need to do is take my last paycheck to paycheck budget form thing and this is what would have stayed in cash envelopes if I did actual cash envelopes. So that would be $476.03. So basically I'm adding that 400 and whatever I just said to this $2,117.33. And like I said, that's only because I don't actually use physical cash envelopes. This would be a lot easier if I did. I just don't want to. I don't want to actually have to carry the cash and things, especially because, you know, like say like the miscellaneous situation or the groceries or whatever. I don't care if I need to pull out of my miscellaneous to, you know, make up for some of my groceries and things like that when I'm stocking up on like grass-fed beef or whatever. So that's why I don't use actual cash envelopes. If it gets to the point where I think we need to, you know, I will. But right now, I don't think we actually need to. Some people like it, and that's great. That works for you. That's awesome. It just, this is working for us, so we don't do it. All right, so that is $2,593.36. Okay, so that's that. This number right here is going to be the same as our total expenses. So that's $1,139.83. So the difference there is $2,593.36. $2,593.36 minus the $1,139.83. That's $1,453.53. All right, so that is what we have left at the end of this month because of the carryover, because of those things. So what I'm going to do here is subtract out basically what I'm keeping in cash envelopes. Like I said, this is so much more complicated because I don't use physical cash envelopes. You know, even if you want to do your review thing, you don't have to, you know, use this one if you use cash envelopes. I mean, you don't have to use it, period, but it's just what I like to do. So what I'm keeping in my cash envelope for groceries is $32.68. $32.68. What I am keeping for restaurants is nothing. What I am keeping for gas is nothing. Entertainment was $16.44. Personal care, I don't roll over. My pocket money was $52.78. $52.78. My husband's was $73.31. And the miscellaneous was $27.07. 2707. All right, so that's what I am keeping as far as, if, you know, cash envelope wise, alleged, you know, my version. I'm not close enough to, I'm too close to quote, air quote, my cash envelopes. But so what I'm doing on this part is my balance, which is this number right here. So that's 1,453.53 minus this total right here is carryover for cash envelopes. So I'm going to add these up. I know this seems like really complicated, and it took me a few tries to figure out the, you know, logistics of this math-wise and everything. And it seems complicated, but it really does like work out, I promise. So if you want to do it, it might take a couple tries, but it really does work out. Okay. So 202.28 is what this total is. 202.28. All right, so the difference between this 1453.53 and the 202.28 is what I would have available for savings or debt or carrying over to the next period as needed. So that is 1,453.53 is 1,251.25. All right, so that's what I have left after I put everything into my alleged cash envelopes. Okay, so carry over to next pay period. I know I have to carry over. Remember that 583.60. I know I have to carry that over for sure. So 583.60. So plus 583.60. So that means I have $667.65 due, and I don't have anything. I don't have a debt snowball. I just put that there for anybody that is still working on baby step 2. Okay, so I have $667.65 that I can put into sinking funds and my emergency fund. I am going to just put that number here because I need to figure out what I want to do as far as sinking funds, and I'm going to do a video when I do figure out my sinking funds for this month. So that is it. I know that seems super complicated, and like I said, I have the other one, like this one for you guys to download as well, and it doesn't have all that super complicated stuff on there, like this extra column that I created. So if you do cash envelopes, then you're probably better off using the more simple one that doesn't have the extra math and columns and stuff to do. It just works for me to have that because I don't do physical cash envelopes, if that makes any sense whatsoever. And I am super sorry if that was like just too much to absorb. It literally was like, it hurt my brain the first time I was trying to figure out how to do this in a way that would function for me as far as my fake cash envelope system. So anyhow, that is my paycheck to paycheck. We're actually doing pretty good. My biggest issue personally is controlling my spending. I kind of feel like I need to like delete or somehow block Michael's website on my phone, because every day I will look and see if they have a good coupon or whatever, and then I do too much shopping there. And like I've said before, I'm not crafty, and I don't know why I'm obsessed with Michael's now. It's the Happy Planner, because I barely ever stepped foot into Michael's until I got this planner. so it's actually, this is supposed to help me budget better and get me on track, but it's had me spending so much more money because I've fallen in love with this whole Happy Planner system. But anywho, other thing is I finished the spent stickers for you guys. I'm gonna do a little video on that, just a really quick little video, but that will be coming soon. The link for the download for the spent stickers will be coming soon. The budget sheets are available, so I will put that in the description box below. So is the expense tracker and the sinking funds. And alright, sorry, my camera cut off because the video was too long. But anyhow, these are the sinking funds sheets. For those of you who are new to my channel or have not seen any of those, these are the sinking funds / savings goals. So it's got a little mason jar because I'm obsessed with mason jars and canning and all that stuff. So anyhow, it has that on the front, or you know, on one of the pages, one of the downloads, and then this on the I put it on the back. You can put it on the front or the back or whatever you want to do, just how you print it out. But so it has the date, description, and whether it's a deposit or withdraw, and then the balance that you have in your accounts. So I use it for my sinking funds and my emergency fund. So, and then you can just use it for general savings. But they don't look like this. This was like the first one that I did, but this is actually one that I downloaded. But you can't sell stuff you've downloaded from other people, so I had to make my own. I just used that as a like general idea. But so that's what they look like, this one. So anyhow, sorry this video was so long, but because I didn't do my other like actual paycheck to paycheck for this pay period, it ended up being a little bit more wordy, I think, than usual. Although I tend to be a little wordy sometimes. So if you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Oh, one of the other things I mentioned when I was not actually recording but talking to a camera that was shut off was I created a Facebook page and a Facebook group for all of us to go on. So on the Facebook page, I will also have the links to anything that I create. So you guys can download those from there. But on the group, you know, we can talk and all that stuff instead of like posting comments. Like, please, you know, still post comments, but on the YouTube videos, but you know, other people can see those. This Facebook group that I created it's a closed group, so you have to like request, you know, to go on it. It only has a few members because I just created it on like the last video. So if you guys want to chat and hang out and you know, kind of get to know each other and help each other out, I created a Facebook page and group for us to do that. So I'll link those down below as well. I hope to see you in the comments here and over there as well. So if you have any questions, comments, feel free to leave them down below or in the Facebook group. Please hit the like if you like this video. Consider subscribing, and I hope to talk to you soon. Bye.